What's going well? That's a question I ask everybody I work with every single session I have with them. So I'm asking you, what's going well? If you like, you can put it in the comments, but we're going to talk about it. We're also going to talk about a few other things that are going to bring you clarity. Ah, this is my middle name, Kiné Corder. It's not, but that sounds good, right? But that is what I do. I bring insight to your life. Are you ready for some insight? Good. Then you're in the right place. Let's go. This video is all about clarity. And if you don't know, I am Kiné Corder, the leading national certified counselor specializing in financial hypnotherapy for stress. Now, I am building the world's largest global barber network offering mental health and money systems. And I do that by doing these YouTube videos. Now, I put these videos in a special place so that you can get access to them. You get access to them through another free resource I have called the Prosperous Barber Journal. It is a professional journal specifically for barbers, helping them manage their stress. And in it, I offer mental health and money systems for free. Now, you can upgrade to get the business system advice that I give or guidance that I give, but you don't have to. If you do upgrade, then you get access to all of these videos that I'm doing, specifically talking about retirement, raising your revenue, and taking on this responsibility as a therapist. How do you do it and take care of yourself as well as your clients? So, those three topics, with retirement being the main thing. Can I remind you? I'm always going to come back to retirement being the main thing. But how you get to that retirement, we have to talk about your revenue streams, your pricing. That's going to help you keep your lifestyle today. And part of keeping your lifestyle today is managing that stress. Then we have to talk about, as we manage that stress, some of your stress is not your own. It is your client's stress because they're telling you all of their problems. Yes, money is the number one cause of stress, whether you have a little of it, a lot of it. Some of it is your own stress, your own money stress. Some of it is that you are pouring into your clients, giving them way more than they paid for. Are you aware of this? Way more than they paid for. You should say that to them. I gave you way more than you paid for. So, yeah, but they act like they're entitled to that shit. And you like, hold on. Before there were therapists, there were barbers, and I should be getting paid as at least as well as a therapist, which a therapist don't even get paid that well, but you get paid less than a therapist, and you are doing almost the same work, actually twice the work, because you're listening to their problems, you're giving them razor sharp wit and wisdom, and you're cutting their hair or giving them a shave. That's a serious service. So this was a little clarity right there. Did I just give you some insight? If I did, you can put a comment. You can say insight. You can say clarity. You can say thank you in the comments below. But let's keep going. Got my notes here because this is important. It is the reason, hence the reason why I'm wearing my hair like this. If you watch the first video, you'll know what I mean by that. So, what's going well? That's where you are right now. What's going well right now? I want you to look at your life today and really just determine what's going well. Maybe some things are going well in your personal life. Maybe you love your church. Maybe your community. Maybe you and your neighbors. I had a client talk about how he and his neighbor, like it's three of them, and they're like really good friends, but they're all completely different. But they live in this neighborhood, and it lights him up that he has. They all cut their grass, or maybe they don't cut their grass. They're kind of wealthy, but they all come out and talk, and just vibe. And that was pretty cool. It was so simple, but for him, it was what was going well. So what's going well for you? It doesn't have to be this deep, profound, big thing. It doesn't have to mean that you're saving the world. It doesn't have to mean that you have every single thing you want, but what's going well? One or two things? A lot of times when people first start coming to me, they have a very hard time answering that question. And then as we begin to go deeper into the clarity, into the insight, they start to come ready, ready with the answer. So eventually you'll get there. But that's the question that I have for you. What's going well? But there's more questions because this clarity conversation is something that we need to go deeper on. And when I say deeper, yes, we're going to start out with what's going well because people are always willing to complain. So I know we'll get to the complaints, but I want us to start with what's going well so that you can tell me what's meaningful right now and you can see some of the things that are bringing you joy because there are a lot of things that are getting in the way of that joy, right? This bucket is probably bigger than this bucket. Things that are going well, you probably have a hard time filling up. But if I told you to fill out the complaint bucket, the challenge bucket, you could probably fill up a whole complaint box. My kids, my wife, my spouse, whatever kind of spouse you have, and my dog, and my leg, and you can just fill it up, right? Okay, fine. But we're not going to stay on that subject too long for two reasons. One, I don't care. I don't care about all your complaints. And eventually you're going to get to the point where you're going to tell your clients that same shit. I don't care. I don't care about all your complaints. What I care about is your goal, your dream, your vision. Do you remember your vision? I'm always going to take you back there. So I'm not going to let you stay here too long. I'm going to say, I got it. Okay, got it. You got some challenges. Which one of those are real big, like all the way in the way challenges, like obstacles, like they're walls, they're boulders? Okay. Do you need to go over, under, around? Well, maybe you need to sit yourself down and kind of evaluate this. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I right now? Is this where I wanted to be? Oh, shoot, I'm off course. Maybe I need to take a different one. Clarity, clarity. Already, right? Already, already you're getting clarity. Good. Stick with me, kid. I'll show you some things. I mean, I'll really show you some things, some deep insight that you probably haven't thought of before. The most common thing people say to me is, I never thought about it that way. My goal is to get you to say that by the end of this session. It's not really like a real session. It's kind of like a virtual session. But if you really want a real session, I'm going to tell you how you can get that too. But let's keep going. So you watch, I asked you what was going well. You told me also, as I was telling you what was going well, you're also thinking about what wasn't going well, what challenges you have. That I reminded you to go back to your vision, that vision. If you didn't watch the vision video, watch the vision video. And if you haven't already subscribed to the Prosperous Barber so you can get deeper and deeper and more intimate and ask me questions, then you need to do that too. So you got the vision. If you don't have it, go get it. But you got your vision. I'm going to assume you do. Going on to the next step, you got your vision and you just keep going back to it, keep going back to it, keep going back to it. Like I said in the last video, replay it, replay it, replay it, replay it. So it becomes natural, 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 natural. But we have to be real. You're not there yet. That is where you're going. Right now, you're here. And this is what's happening. That isn't happening yet. We need that to happen. But in order for that to happen, we need to check on what's happening here and we need to stop this from happening. And we need to figure out what do we need to start doing. But before we figure out what we need to start doing, how did this become your habit? Because this challenge that you're experiencing is not new. You've just been through this. You've been through this. You've been through this. You've been through this. You've been through this. Am I right? Maybe you went through it when you were 2. Then you went through it when you were 6. Then when you went through it when you were 9. Then you went through it 13. And it was little and little and little. It was like little stuff. Oh, I keep running into the same people. Why is it that maybe you will rent a booth, right? And then your shop owner reminds you of who, right? Why is that? Yeah, you're repeating the same thing. Or that client of yours who that just gets under your skin, who they remind you of. Yeah, yeah. Or that spouse of yours, who they remind you of. Your mother or your father? Oh, maybe it's your sister. Mm. Usually it's mom or dad, but sometimes it can be a sibling. Mm. Maybe it's like a conglomerate of all of them. If that happened to you, oh my God, we have so much work to do. Don't worry, I am here. I am here, and I'm going to tell you what you can do in order for us to work together intimately. But before we do that, just take a look at back. Look at that pattern. You see it? Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Yeah. I have this questionnaire. I have a questionnaire. In fact, I'm going to grab it for you right now. Hold on. All right, I got it. It's right here for you. So my questions, there are a couple questions in the beginning. Don't worry about those. Let's get down to the meat of this. And what do you need most right now, professionally? What do you need most? What do you want most? Needs and wants are different. Think about it. I'm going to go on. What are your top 3 professional goals? So you might say, increase my revenue, right? Get a new income stream, get my own shop, uh, get more maybe you have a shop, you say get more barbers in my shop. Maybe you are on commission and you want to keep more of your money. Maybe you want to move, maybe you're in a shop, you want to move to a suite. So whatever, put it down. But here's the real big question that you're going to need to answer. And I'm not going to read this whole thing to you, but I'm going to give you a couple of things that are going to help you grasp what's stressing you on a regular basis, what's keeping you up at night. So here's the next question. What are you afraid of as it relates to your needs, wants, and your goal? Here's a silly question. It's a question that people ask you all the time, like, what would you do if you had more money, right? But no, 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 no. Let's get deeper. Let's get a little bit, let's get specific. The number that comes to mind is 2,500. What would you do if you had an additional $2,500 a month? Not a lot, just a little bit of money, just a little bit more money. 2,500 more dollars. That's easy to come by. You can tap into that. I know you're saying, "What? I've tried and I get." Don't you worry. I got you. So what would you do? What would you do? How would that help you with that thing you needed? How would that help you solve the thing you wanted? Now imagine I said, you don't have to do anything differently. You just keep doing what you're actually doing. But now you have an additional $2,500 a month. Would that sound good or good? Does that sound good or good? Yeah, it's actually possible. I'll talk to you more about it a little later. But for now, I just need you to get some clarity. You already asked yourself what's going well. You asked yourself what challenges you are experiencing. What do you need? What do you want? What are your goals? Just the top 3. I know you have more. Now, here's the question. What's in the way? What is that boulder? What is that wall? What is that thing that's in your way? What is that? Is that your fear? Is that your thinking? No, it's not your mama. It's not your spouse. It's not your kids. It's not the shop owner. It's not your landlord, because maybe you own the shop, but now you talk about, oh, the landlord won't let me, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. You're going to need the clarity is inside of you. What do all of those things that you just named have in common? Yeah, I'm pausing because I really need you to think about that. You're going to start to see some patterns. That's what I need you to see. The clarity is there. You're going to start to see some patterns. The patterns that'll say, oh, every time I start something, I get right here and then I stop. Oh, every time This happens, that happens, cause and effect. Every time I get scared, every time, fill in the blank, I get distracted, every time I put somebody else before me, I end up giving them all my energy and I have none left for myself. Every time I need to ask for what I want, I just say forget it and I try to figure it out on my own. Every time I get advice, I don't listen to it. I try to rely on my own understanding like I know everything. Oh, that one. Oh, that one right. That one right there. That one right there. Or was it one of the other ones I said? You get what I'm saying. I am going to stop right now because I know that you have a little bit more clarity now, a little bit more insight. You looked at what was going well. You looked at what's challenges you're experiencing. You even looked at what's in the way. But what we really need to work together on, you and I, is what would it take? What would it take to get you to get up, stop doing that same thing, expecting a different result, go over, go under, go around, go through? What would it take to get you to your next level? That's the thing we need clarity on that we might need to work through together. So you probably already subscribed to this YouTube channel. If you haven't, please do so now. You might have already subscribed to the Prosperous Barber Journal. If you haven't, do so now. But here's the thing that I want you to do is share this video with someone, another barber you know who needs to see it. You can tell them that there is other videos to go back and watch those. Doesn't matter, but share this video. Why? Because you don't want to do this alone. You do not want to do this by yourself. You want a tribe to come along with you. So share this video. Next thing I need you to do is inside the Prosperous Journal, there's a resource page. On that resource page is the vision session. If you haven't already taken it, do so. The next thing you're going to see on there is the clarity conversation. You need to fill out a form first. You fill out that form. When you fill out that form and you get some insight, the next thing that's going to happen, you're going to hit submit on that form, and then you'll get an email. Inside that email will be a link to schedule with me. If you don't fill out that form, you don't deserve a conversation with me. Is the conversation free? Hell no. You're going to pay for it. What? You think I'm going to sit and listen to your problems for free? No, that's the stuff you do. I don't do that. I don't do that. And I'm going to show you how to stop doing that. Oh, did I just strike a chord? Good. Now you'll take some action. I already told you what to do. Go do it now. A little bit of tough love, but you needed it. Chop, chop. That's all for now. I'll see you sooner. I love you muchly.